Hello and welcome to, so far, the Broken Go TV show. This is strange. Okay. Match reset again, even though the buys came out. I'm really confused what's happening here. This could be a little strange. Not quite sure why this is happening. Civo Go TVs are kind of notoriously different than any other provider. I'm not 100% sure what's going on in the server here. I'm gonna go ahead and okay. We're in the game now. People are moving. Things are happening. This is an improvement. Does look like Corinthian SLHP will get, well, not the first, but the second kill of the game here in the second round. It entirely skipped the first round. I'm so sorry to say that. It does look like the Lithuanians in a little mustard yellow going to pick up the pistol round. Not quite sure what happened there. This looks like, I think it might be Cy6ixx or Cy6ixx Gaming. Again, very strange Brazilian squad, but playing in European Civo. That's a little strange. Pound gonna be able to find Rogue. Shouldn't be too difficult. Too incredibly difficult for these Terrors to be able to win this round, but these Brazilians sure are giving Team Refuse a run for their money. But Pound being able to find 2 kills is going to open things up even further for this terrorist team, and currently he's on track to get the ace, but with only 3 HP, it's only going to take the 1 shot from Fargo to get the kill, and in the end, it's going to end up on a 1v1 that Rookin will win easily. Only saving that 1 AK-47, but a full reset onto Team Refuse at this point in time. Maybe not mustard yellow, maybe like Dijon mustard yellow? How does that sound? That's a little more reasonable, I think. Does look like Corinthian is going to open up with the kill onto Carcass's Pound. Gets kill onto 25i7. Corinthian traded out by Pound, who is absolutely insane. It's playing the round over. I just realized that. It's replaying the round. That we've already seen that happen. Okay. So here we are now in round 3. Hopefully it doesn't skip backwards back into round 2 again. It does look like this is actually round 3 now. Maybe we're getting a nice little observation going on for free. Even though it may, or is most likely, a glitch. Oh, and here's the lag. I hope it doesn't reset us back to round number 2. That would be awful. That would be horrible indeed. Not sure. And it stopped. It stopped. What in the world? I'm gonna try to reconnect now, hoping that it'll let me. Just want you guys to clip all this for Civo support, because great service you got here. You're making it impossible for casters. It's currently in the 5th round. Nova 4, lol. Yeah, indeed. Okay, so I'm back in round number 4. It's not lagging. Doesn't seem to be lagging. So we're gonna try this again. Hopefully it's going to hopefully it's gonna work out for us this time. It does look like Cy6ixx was able to pick up the 3rd round as well. As Rogue and Fargo both finding frags. Rogue picks up another. Is 25 able to find Carcass. Halflex is going to be the only one to find a frag so far on this terrorist team. He has to be able to find the entire ace with only that Glock in order to make anything work, but no, it's Fargo shutting down any hope from the Lithuanian team. Round number 5 should look more interesting, and hopefully without any kind of technical hiccups from the Civo Go TV Plus, I think is what they call it. It works very well for just spectating, but as far as casting goes, it doesn't really cut it. Cy6ixx 3 rounds 2 over these terrorists now. It's going to be a very difficult terrorist side as well. The Brazilians have already kind of shown their worth. Team Refuse doing much better in this season so far than this counter-terrorist team has shown. Pound being able to find Corinthian is a very good start, as well, Corinthian seems to be a thorn in the side of these terrorists so far. It's going to be 25-7 to find Pound down middle, the sniper's nest. A delayed smoke into that middle window is going to make things slightly off-kilter for these terrorists, and luckily for them, it only resulted in 1 death, keeping things nice and even. Does look like these terrorists are kind of defaulting towards A. They have more or less middle control. Whether or not they know that, as Carcass just sitting in the connector. Fargo from under Palace is able to find Butter's head. Does look like a rotate out towards the B bomb site, but these counter-terrorists aren't quite convinced of this A push to begin with. Carcass just having to play for the rotates here. He is able to find the kill on the Rogue for free, but Fargo's going to trade it out instantaneously. A 2v3 as these terrorists now try to take this bomb site. This is the first gun round of Team Refuse's entire game. Getting this kill onto the op means everything here for Cy6ixx. Luke plants the bomb very safely for that apartment position. What they don't know, but we know, of course, that it's going to be a push-up catwalk from the counter-terrorist, and Luke to get the spray into Fargo. A second round for Team Refuse. That is quite impressive. Look at that knife. It's a beaut. It's a beaut, Fargo. Brazilian team playing in a European CEVO. How strange is that? Could put a thorn in the side of all of these European teams, though. Currently, it doesn't look like their record's quite showing that. So they are giving Team Refuse a run for their money. Carcass rips the head off of Fargo. How deadly can one man be? 25-7, looking to be able to get the 1D. It's not going to happen. Good amount of damage done to Luke, though. It's going to be Roke instead to find a good double spray onto Pound and Carcass to swing things back around for Cy6ixx. Team Refuse not been able to win these anti-ecos. As Cy6ixx swings around, being able to find 25-7. Butters does even things back up. It's a 3v2, but the HP is definitely on Cy6ix's side. Especially since Roke has both 2 kills with that AK, but also he had armor, but now he doesn't even have a brain. Bullet right between the eyes will send him a packin', at least for this round. Team Refuse are looking to tie this up. They're looking to do it incredibly quickly as Luke planting in front of triple box. Typically see teams, when they have the entire site, plant for a more safe position, like front default, but I mean, front triple isn't different by any means. Cy6ixx should be able to get this kill for free. He probably could have even gone for the knife, but you and I, we all know that that would have been far too dangerous, and I probably would have been screaming at Cy6ixx. His teammates probably would have been screaming at him. Better safe than sorry, especially when you have an AK and very low HP. 3-3 is the scoreline going in to round number 7. The equipment value still definitely favors Team Refuse right now, but now things even up a little bit, and I believe Cy6ixx is actually in an advantage, though they don't have very much utility to work with at all. This shouldn't be difficult for Refuse to at least execute onto a site. Whether or not they're able to win the gunfights after getting that bomb to its destination is a different story. 25-7, just trying to watch that underpass push with the AWP. It's a very smart way to kind of use that on top of that seesaw. And broken all the way down to 2 HP just from that Molotov. I bet if you're Team Refuse, you're going to be pretty happy with how this round has started. The Corinthian, rotating around through the catwalk, is able to find Cy6ixx. This may not be as easy as Team Refuse would have hoped, as Roke is able to find Butters. Corinthian, at least, going to fall to Carcass Rookin in a very safe position to at least be able to spot some information. Maybe not much more than that, as he's only on 2 health. Pound's going to be able to find that kill for free. No one in sight to trade, at least not yet. 25i7 is in the market window, but he can't seem to line up a shot. Waiting for Roke and Fargo to be able to attempt this retake, but the bomb's not even down yet. Pound just now starts to plant. That frag grenade's going to do actually no damage. Pound is able to plant the bomb in just the nick of time. Looking for the push up catwalk now is Luke and Carcass. What they don't know is that all 3 are currently in the marketplace. They're going to need to save this here. It's too late to attempt this rotate. They have 2 AWPs on the line. That M4 is too precious. Every single weapon matters, especially at this point. At least Luke is able to find Roke through the triple box and a spray. That's an impressive kill from him, at least. Carcass only on 12 HP. He could easily be found here by Fargo, who finds 2, leaving Pound the only man alive over on Team Refuse as they pick up their 4th round, taking the lead for the first time since the pistol round. The first time we've been able to encounter here on stream, at least. Now the buys are going to come out. They know that the economy can't be too strong over on Cy6ixx. In fact, Roke only on a CZ with some good utility. Still not much utility on the CT side. They're not going to be able to stop any kind of push. If Halflex plays the entry here with this MAC-10, if he's able to get a kill, should be able to get some decent damage done. However, there is a player on top of self-boost. Does look like he's fallen down, and Pound's going to be able to spot that out almost instantly. The only damage he takes is from the Molotovs, and, well, those Molotovs burned him alive, it seems. Decent scarring, but nothing too bad. Very good smokes on both of the archways. Practically almost guarantees that you can take that B site. Those smokes are incredibly easy, but it seems that most lower level players, and when I say lower level, I mean like ESEA Open players, aren't really aware of how simple those smokes are. Fargo gets killed into Luke. 25i7 finding 2 makes this possible for his team now. Well, it doesn't seem like they're going to push into this anytime soon, so the bomb's still going to go off, despite Carcass being the only surviving member on Team Refuse. 4 will survive over on Cy6ixx. The match pause coming out. The one thing I do like about Sivo here is that it shows it. It's a tactical from Cy6ixx. They did not win that round, but they still left with 3 players alive. Only Carcass walked away and only got that last kill in the last split second before the bomb went off. This tactical pause is very important for the Brazilians here because they need to understand we need to maximize our buying potential here. We need to get as much utility as possible, and they need to be able to stop the push from Team Refuse. It's not even the equipment value that's really kind of pushed Team Refuse above these past couple of rounds. It's been Cy6ixx not having nearly as much utility. In fact, I would say a weaker buy with, say, Famasas on the 2 players that couldn't afford full utility, and actually picking up the maximum amount of utility would have been the best case scenario. But it doesn't look like it's going to matter too much, as Fargo and Rukin both being able to pick up kills on the Pound and Butters. Only Fargo dropped over on that CT side. Not going to be a pretty round either way, as players are dropping like flies on both sides. It's already down to a 3v3. 30 seconds ticked off the clock already. Bomb goes down behind default. Now it's all down to these 3 counter tears to be able to retake. Rukin back in jungle is going to be able to find Luke under the palace. There goes 25i7, and why are you peeking that, Carcass? 25i7 picking up 2 kills to make this the easiest retake of Cy6ixx's life. That was 100% for free. All because 25i7, he can frag. He is an opper for sure. Rukin and 25i7 getting 2 kills that round. A very impressive round, especially at the end there, considering one little mishap from cy6ixx was completely punished from 25i7 immediately. It's honestly incredible that he was able to recover and get that second kill that quickly. A stack out towards middle, it seems, from the counter-terrorist side, as only 25i7 is set up towards B, but considering what he accomplished in the last round, he should be able to get a good amount of damage out. Being able to find Half-Flex, that's at least some good information. He knows that it is an eco round from Team Refuse now. A good contact play, if nothing else. It may not have even been meant as that, but that's exactly what ended up happening. cy6ixx being able to rip the head off of 25i7 as Luke finds Rook, and it's already down to just 2 on 3. Fargo too strong, and Corinthian comes in to wipe up the mess. 5 on 5 as we enter round number 11. The money on Team Refuse is not phenomenal. Pound is, like I said, they're not going to be able to have nearly as much utility as you would hope to have. Instead, they're opting for those more powerful weapons. I'm interested to see if they're able to take anything with only 2 smokes and 3 flashes overall throughout the entire team. It's going to be incredibly difficult because for once here we're starting to see Cy6ixx having enough utility to stop even a well utilized push from Team Refuse. So now the question is, are these terrorists going to be able to counter the counter-terrorists? Doesn't look like it, as Rukin is able to find the first kill onto Half-Flex for absolute free. No one was looking to trade in that position, as Half-Flex was just cornered back in the kitchen. 25i7 in this position that I don't think Team Refuse knows he plays yet, as they've not even tried to go for that underpass position, at least not in a full outright play. cy6ixx is awfully close though, and just with a sliver he finds Corinthian. What a madman. Clicks the second he sees. Those are some reactions. Pound finds 25i7 completely off guard, and this is the round. This is what has to happen. Pound being able to find Fargo. It's all down to Rukin to make it happen as Roke falls to Butters MJ. What an incredible round from Team Refuse. Starting to just swing things back around. They play so stealthily and so slowly that they're able to completely catch Cy6ixx off guard. No utility needed. 2 HP on Rukin as he looks to walk away from this unscathed. These players on Team Refuse want that to happen less and less by the second. This could be an awful read from Rukin. He hears the bomb ticking closer to him, so he does in fact start to back away, but Pound, he's ready watching the AT apartments, and that's gonna be the kill and the round for Team Refuse. They completely wipe the board of Cy6ixx. They still have enough money to at least decently buy into this round. I'd call it a force, at least, if they do in fact full buy into this. They could half buy, try to stay around 3k on all the players and still have a pretty decent buy. It does look like that is what's happening, so some good utility is going to be possible for Cy6ixx, though they are only opting for the 1 smoke and no armor. They want to full buy as fast as humanly possible here. Fargo now playing up close and personal, is able to find cy6ixx's head. It's going to be a back and forth all game, baby. 6 rounds for Team Refuses. Butters, he's already out, being able to get that kill into Roke. Fargo in the A ramp position. Just seems like these European teams are rather Brazilians right now. The Deegs are real. 2 on 2, just Eagles to work with. A defuse kit. It's currently on Corinthian. Oh, and where this bomb is being planted is so smart, it can't be spammed from either positions of these players. Does look like Luke might be looking in the wrong position, though. He is able to catch the head off of Corinthian, though. Rips it clear off his body and enter the meat grinder, Rukin. Being able to get this kill would at least give him an option in. Well-placed flashbang does mean Luke knows exactly where Rukin will hide, being able to find the kill. 7th round for Team Refuse. Round number 13 as we're entering the end of half number 1. Team Refuse are starting to pick up the steam that they have hoped to have this entire matchup. Look at that weaponry on both sides. The utility advantage, I'd say, is in Cy6ixx right now. If they're able to show some restraint, not throw too many smokes or Molotovs before they actually spot where these terrorists are, they could make a retake possible, or even they could counter and execute before it even happens, especially with those Molotovs and frag grenades. 25i7 playing incredibly strangely out towards the connector, just kind of swinging around, checking his bases back and forth, back and forth. It's a good thing to do. It's less dangerous than, I'd say, other things to do are. Does look like Half-Lex is already out from that underpass position. They seem to have waited just the correct amount of time over on Team Refuse to start playing that underpass position. This 25i7 has deemed himself useless watching that angle, considering they haven't seen much action there yet. So instead, starting to play a little bit differently. It's paying off. Round number 13 is going to be a slow burner as we're already over a minute. Half-Lex peeks out, being able to find the kill onto 25i7. Kind of prompts to rotate over towards that A-bomb site, but no. These two counter-terrorists are still too close. They're going to be able to hear everything, and luckily, Pound and Carcass are going to be able to stop any kind of damage from being done. It's all down to Roke and Fargo to be able to save these weapons. Going for this would be absolute suicide on their part. But Half-Lex, he's not going to let them save no matter what. That's already the op out of the hands of Fargo. It's all down to Roke now, who's just kind of waiting over towards T-spawn, or the A-ramp area. This is a best of 1 Sevo main. Unless this is something different from what I was told. This Pound. He's fallen off the site. We know it's safe. I think that Roke might be able to walk away with this if he's able to get the kill into Half-Lex. In the end, Roke is not going to be able to get a single kill, and all 5 will remain on Team Refuse. So we enter round number 14. A 10-5 half is still on the table for the Lithuanians, as Cy6ixx are really needing to pick up the pace here if they want any kind of momentum going into half number 2. If they're not able to pick up this next pistol, especially if they're not able to pick up either of these 2 coming rounds, they're pretty much going to be screwed going into their T side. You really need to start farming that economy early on, building a buffer from those first 3 rounds as soon as humanly possible. But it's not looking incredibly hopeful as Butters is already on 3 kills. Luckily, though, Corinthian's been able to pick up a kill as well as 25i7, which means the final round bye isn't going to be as great as it could be hoped. A 4th kill from Butters comes out from a frag grenade, an impressive kill from him. Final round of the half, 9-5. This could easily be 10-5, but considering what the buys are currently looking like, a 9-6 is also incredibly possible, though a full buy out from both teams will make this incredibly difficult for Team Refuse. Though Cy6ixx probably should have picked up more than 1 defuse kit. Rukin spraying through that smoke as long as humanly possible, but 25i7 is able to pick up 2 kills. It's down to a 3v5 already. Those Molotovs are not going to be able to get countered. Those flashbangs do nothing in the end, and in fact, those smokes probably going to wish that they would have waited, as it's already been a full rotate out from the A-bomb site. There's already 3 here. There's looking to make it 4, but it's Corinthians already able to pick up 2. Carcass, last man standing versus 4. He already picks up 2. He's only on 9 HP. This is for the half here. 10-5 is on the line. Carcass finds the 3rd kill. It's all down to Roke versus 1. Carcass only on 9 HP. It's still not likely from him, though possible, to say the least. He knows exactly where Roke is at this point. All it will take is a poorly timed peek. And no, Roke will be able to find the kill. A very valiant effort, for sure, from Carcass. That was incredible. 9-6 is how it'll stand at the end of half number 1. So, Cy6ixx could still be in this game easily, especially if they pick up this pistol round. They could give Team Refuse a run for their money easily. Second half should be starting any second now. As you can see, everyone's readied up. So, here we go. The pistol number 2. We missed the first pistol round, a friendly reminder. We're looking for that 1 Deeg Nation coming out over on Team Refuse. Looking to make it happen here in half number 2. No Deagles actually purchased because why would you buy a Deagle in pistol round? So even if they lose this, maybe 1 Deeg Nation can come to save us. Be the savior we all need. These terrorists now looking to kind of default over towards the B-bomb site, though they're not going to outright rush. Does look like Pound and Luke on that A-bomb site. Should be a pretty good line of defense in case these terrorists decide differently. Cy6ixx being able to get the head off of 25i7 is a very good way to start the round, especially with that P2000 kill. Good kill, good reward. Butters just spraying, trying to scare these terrorists to try to stop this push as long as possible. There goes Cy6ixx being able to find another kill. It's only Luke fallen on Team Refuse, and that's from Rukin, who's able to find a second kill onto Cy6ixx as well. It's a 3v3 post plant now. It's going to have to be a rotate out from Butters. He needed to be able to get that kill to make this easy at all. Carcass is able to find Fargo, but as these terrorists find really passive post-plant positions, it's going to have to be a hunt from these 2 counter-terrorists to make this even a possibility. Considering 1 terrorist is close by, Carcass is going to fall for free. Or no! Carcass actually gets a kill, and so does Pound! Is there time, though? I believe there is not. Oh no, how heartbreaking is that? Cy6ixx still run away with the round, just barely. After an impressive flick from Carcass, Pound being able to hit his shot, this is going to need to be the timeout from Team Refuse. I imagine tactical. It's actually Cy6ixx calling the timeout here. They need to figure out how they're going to buy here. They want to build that economic buffer to really lead them in. Oh, and for some reason during the timeout, it's showing us what happened at the end of the round. It showed us Roke's position there. It's impressive. I'm scared that I'm going to have to rejoin the server again. This is what happened at the end of the first round. Sivo did just introduce new like matchmaking techniques. Not even matchmaking, but new league techniques. So now it shows the tactical is restarting. You're all gonna get to see my rank and laugh at me again, I assume, as this is just a retelling of what happened in the first half. I am concerned greatly, though. Strange buy coming out from Cy6ixx. 3 MAC-10s, a UMP, and an MP7. That MP7 buy is a strange one, in my opinion, as Rukin really probably should have just held on to as much money as he possibly could have, as he would have saved $700. Here we go. It's frozen. I'm gonna have to reconnect to the server again, which means we missed on this round. I guarantee it. Ha! You didn't get to see my rank that time, suckers. But here we go. Watch in CSGO on the Sivo client. It happens. You know, it's a new thing. So, reconnecting to the server now. Keep you guys updated. Shouldn't take too long. Here we are. 7-9, end of the round. It's down to just a 1v1 here for Cy6ixx and Rukin. Just that MP7 on the terrace. I don't think there's enough time here for Cy6ixx to even attempt it. Though getting this kill would be all that he needs. I don't think it's going to happen. Rukin's going to walk away with 1 HP on himself and that MP7. So the riskiest buy of the round is already going to work. I am low. I have a history of throwing in matchmaking. I am not proud of my past. A lot of you will say, but your rank's still that. And to them I say, I am just bad. Here we go into round number 18. This is the round that Cy6ixx need if they want to tie things up and really build an economic buffer, which is not going to be an easy one at all, especially considering they only had one player walk away with their life in the previous round as Halflex already finds Corinthian Schlip. I don't know how to say his name at all. Rukin's able to find Halflex. Roke onto Carcass. This shouldn't be a hard round for Cy6ixx. So, Team Refuse starting to build up to a good buy in the next round. The players over on Cy6ixx not building up a good economy, though. They did buy 2 AKs into this round. They've already lost a MAC-10 bot a second time. That's a dangerous proposition, nonetheless. I don't understand. Is that Zeus over on Butters MJ? High risk, low reward. That's what I like to call the Zeus. It's cheap, but it grants no money if you're actually able to get the kill with it. Pound looking to be able to actually get the kill onto 25i7. It's going to be Rukin to kind of clean up here with that MP7. But MP7's actually paid for itself as he's been able to get some frags with it over the past 2 rounds. Bomb down. It is down to a 2v3 retake here. Nothing to lose from either of these players except for, well, a $200 weapon over on Butters MJ. Hopefully not going to come to that. Sroke now able to rip the head off of Luke. I think Butters is just playing for exits here, which, I mean, is a good idea, but now he knows that no terrorists are going to go for his position. He knows that there's one firebox. Probably just going to go for this one kill, but Rukin's going to be able to put another $600 in his pocket, and he, himself, is going to be the economic bearing on his team. A buy coming out now from Team Refuse, and they need to be able to win this round. The first gun round for them in half number 2, but it's come at a high cost. Cy6ixx have tied up the scoreline, 9-9 already. Looks like it is going to be a quick play towards the middle for these counter-terrorists, though the T is already looking to take deep apartments control early on. Does look like Rukin already up there with that MP7. That is dangerous. A strange buy at first, but it's already paid itself off. He still has it in his hands. He's gonna ride with this until he dies with this. I know that my wordplay is lacking. I'm trying to get back into it. The season ended, it's just starting to pick back up. My wordplay is starting to exist again. I'm proud of it. There goes Butters being able to find the kill onto Corinthian. They know that there was at least one player in underpass, which means the player over on B is probably really suspicious at this point in time. Actually calling a rotate back from Butters, making sure there are no more players over towards apartments, but 25i7 finding Carcass. It's going to prompt a very quick rotate, but Pound being able to rip the head off of Fargo does make this a 4v3. Rukin still has only that MP7. Few nades to work with, but he's throwing them all out. It's really on to Roke and 25i7 to take into this bomb site, or at least defend after the bomb's planted. Bomb isn't handed that MP7, that close range weapon. So what do you have to lose other than to just push in? But Butters MJ, he's so insane, already on 3 kills in the round, but looks with the knife kill onto the Opper. He's not only going to pick up the money for the knife kill, over $1,000, but he's going to save the Op as well. 10 rounds for Team Refuse in the most brutal way you can imagine. I don't even want to call that bad manners. That was just impressive. 10-9. Team Refuse once again in the lead. Cy6ixx get wrecked. Pick it back up in this round. You can eco these boys. Team Refuse now on a full buy. They got 4 free. That is absolutely mental. Butters MJ already finding the head off of Fargo. This isn't going to be difficult, especially with these CT weapons, considering that there's no head armor. No armor at all. It's just gonna have to be a little tappy tap to the head and, well, your brains across the floor. There's Rukin trying to find some decent damage. He's able to get Halflex down to just 62, though that's not even considered lit. Halflex being able to find Rukin, but Corinthian looking to find some good frags here. He might even find a second before you know it. Maybe another knife kill. But no. Carcass able to get that kill. 25-7 falls as well. Halflex picks up 3 in a very good round of eco-fragging from Team Refuse. They needed that to kind of bolster their economy even further. Now Cy6ixx are looking to be able to buy once again, but again, they're not going to have as much utility as you would hope. You have 2 players that are full bought out, but then again, 3 players that were only able to buy 1 or 2 nades each. In fact, Fargo, he was only able to buy 1 nade of actual use. 25-7K killing Carcass. It's a good way to start the round when you're kind of risking it. Putting it all into weaponry and very little, if you could say any at all, into the utility. They came back around and a very aggressive play from Pound. He's actually going to get the kill on to Corinthian. Pound finding Rogue as well. It's going to be Fargo to stop that madman. 2 dead in T-spawn before Pound's even shut down. This round is practically all on 25-7, who already has 1 pick. It's going to take more than that. Another aggressive play from the CTs here. They're going to pay for this, I assume. But the bomb has been picked up. That's all that contact play was for, I think. Or maybe Luke is going for another flank. Halflex being able to get the kill on the 25-7K does make this that much more possible for these counter-terrorists. That is 25-7K that's put in the biggest dent into the CT side. A quick rotate coming out from Halflex. And Luke still on that flank. Checking all over the place are now these T's. And, well, Luke may have taken a little too long on this flank play. It's not quite going to work out for him, as these Terrorists are still going to find post-plant positions. In fact, Fargo, he looked Luke dead in the eye and didn't even react. I'm not quite sure what's up with that. A very well-placed Molotov. In fact, Luke kind of lagging around here. I think he, in fact, could have stuck it. She's not going to do again. It's the double fake tap. And this time, the 3rd time you need to stick it. What are you doing, Luke? But no, he still gets it. How many times do you think he's going to fall for it? He didn't fall for it once. Team Refuse pick up the round in the end. Thanks to Luke being able to hit the shot. He definitely did not outplay. Definitely did not outplay the players on Cy6ixx there. 12 rounds for the Lithuanians. 3-round advantage over the Brazilians once again. 9-12. 4 rounds away from winning. I think this is their 4th win if they win this in Civo main. This would be the first for Cy6ixx. Luke being able to get the kill into Fargo. This is, again, just an eco round for these terrorists. As Halflex is able to find Rukin very easily. It's already down to just a 5v2. This is going to be simple stuff for these counter-terrorists, which means they really only need to win 3 real rounds, if you can even call them that, considering this is going to be a save round, which is going to boost them up to round number 13. 14 and 15 are really going to be the only ones they have to fight for. Getting that 16th, if I'm doing my math correctly, it's going to be just as easy as this round, if they win the next 2 in a row as well. Halflex and Butter's just going to wipe the floor with the remaining 2 terrorists. Not a lick of damage done to the CT side. 3 rounds remaining for Team Refuse. But Cy6ixx not trailing far behind. This is still incredibly possible for them. It's not going to be difficult for Cy6ixx if they pick up this round to pick up all 4 rounds needed to tie this up. Really all rides into their performance in this round on whether or not they're able to survive the rest of this matchup. 25i7 already at the top of middle, with 2 of his teammates currently pushing up towards the connector and 1 on catwalk. Fargo just making sure that there isn't a flank player once again. There probably will be one eventually, but Butters pushing through pushing through ladder. There's no smoke there. Is able to find 25i7 for free. There goes Carcass onto Roke. It's all falling apart for Cy6ixx right now. Team Refuse are in a very good position to be able to pick up their 4th win of CEVO main. I believe this season is sponsored by Gfinity. It's called the Winter Series. Carcass able to get the kill into Rukin. Pound, he kind of baits for his teammate, and well, it's going to be 3 kills for Carcass, 1 for Butters, and 1 for Luke to finish off their 14th round. Look at this here. The money's not even available to buy a single AWP. They're still going to force into this round. I would definitely call this a force round because you're not going to get all of your players even close to where they need to be. Utility-wise, it's a rifle buy at least. They are able to still buy head armor, so not quite a quote-unquote force, but they weren't able to pick up the last round, so Cy6ixx are really going to have to change the pace if they want to be able to pick up a 10th round here in round number 24. 3 ops on that CT side, though. What is happening from Team Refuse? They've done this before, but it's just a strange thing to see that they do this, because it's definitely not in the meta. Halflex being able to find Rukin, but it's traded out by Fargo onto Pound. There is an AWP in position. In fact, 2 of them in position as Luke and Carcass killed Fargo in 25i7. It's all down to Roke now, who's currently playing still towards that A-bomb site, but 2 AWPs to deal with here. His position is given away, and he's able to get 1 kill, but Luke wipes the floor with his body. No scope with that AWP. Okay, they're down to just two AWPs now. It's nothing ridiculous. They're not going to go for 3 again. Surely not. Okay, they're not. They're not. But look at that money. It's going to be so hard for Cy6ixx to come back now. They have to win 6 in a row, but not only that, they have to overcome this seemingly insurmountable economy in Team Refuse right now. I'm not sure if they're even capable of doing it, really. Terrace are stacking up in Palace to be able to just outright rush onto the A-bomb site. Something we haven't seen them do yet, but seems like Luke and Carcass are incredibly well prepared for this. They're just going to trade back and forth. It's already just down to Rukin, and the match ended already. CEVO, you're doing great things for the people playing.